Welcome. This is a different type of video than we're used to doing because we're not going to book in this video. This is not about the booking, this is about the Let's Play series in general. And the fact is that I have been doing this Let's Play series on and off since about, I think November or December, I think December of 2014. There's really no way for me to go back and check without watching the old videos, but because I started this either way in 2014 in November, it's just when I started taping that I can't pinpoint. But either way, from the word go, I really had no long-term plans for this series. You know, let's jump back in time. As you can see here, Bruce Pritchard, Nick McNally, Shad Gaspard, Ryan Taylor, Ryan Nemeth, etc. Fact of the matter is, I had no long-term plans, and I was depending on people who had somewhat name value. And if you don't know why Ryan Nemeth or Nick McNeil or Shad Gaspard has name recognition somewhat, well, simple. Why does a Drew McIntyre have name recognition? Why does Matt Hardy have name recognition? Because of WWE. Because of WWE, that's the reason why they have name recognition. And I was trying to capitalize on their name recognition that they got with WWE and bring him to Ring of Honor. But anybody who knows Ring of Honor knows that none of that actually happens with Ring of Honor. Big names like that, other than a Matt Hardy, other than a Rhino, have never crossed over and came to Ring of Honor. Because Ring of Honor has always found their own talent and built from within. They're like a low-budget baseball team like the Tampa Bay Rays, always building from within and finding value in the most unlikely place, like the Oakland Athletics. Sorry for the continuous baseball references. Fact of the matter is, Ring of Honor has made it to where they are by being different. But I made them like everyone else. And that is, well, I made them like TNA, only TNA at least brings in the known talent. I brought in developmental talent. Like Nick McNeil, like Ryan Nemeth, so, you know, the list goes on and on and on. Or has-beens. Or people that have been forgotten about by the wrestling fan, and their popularity reflects it, because though this game might be a computer simulation, popularity, or overness as this game calls it, plays a big part in the reaction that the people get in angles. Because if somebody is unpopular, then why the hell are you going to care when they come out and do something if they are unpopular? Yes, and also if you are noticing, Allison Danger's name is Kathy Allison Carino. She is the sister to Mr. Wrestling Steve Carino. Fact of the matter is, the point of this video is to dictate to you, to tell you what is going on. And what is going on is Ring of Honor, this Let's Play, has got off on the wrong foot right at the beginning and should have been called back and should have been pulled back right at the beginning. But it wasn't. I just kept going through the motions and going through the motions and going through the motions, and the quality of the videos suffered, as you can see right here. Because a 45 rating should have basically told me something wasn't working. And the something that wasn't working is the fact that there's no long-term plan. Go back to the video. Go back to the results. As you could, well, you can't actually see it, but if you remember, no, you can't see it. The main event of last week's show, the last video, was Jamin Olivencia and Welsh against the Briscoes, and it got a 40. It got a 40 rating. The people that were supposed to play a big part in one of the bigger shows of the year, that being the anniversary show, which actually is not one of the bigger shows of the year, but, it is an important show because it's the anniversary of the company. They're playing a big part in the show, and yet I'm going to sit here and tell you that they got one of the lowest ratings and are responsible for the first time since I started this Let's Play for us actually losing popularity in one of the regions because of how bad that show was. So does that tell you just how wrong it would be to have Jamin Olivencia and Rob Terry in the main event? Because it has nothing to do with Jamin's talent. It's just having to do with Jamin's popularity. Jamin's popularity is not at the point where Jamin could actually main event. Rob Terry could actually main event, but let's go back to Supercard of Honor. Let's go back to when Rob Terry actually did face Welsh. When Rob Terry actually did face Jay Briscoe. The main event actually did draw. The main event actually did get a 60. But Adam Cole versus AJ Styles did better. The Kingdom versus the Young Bucks did better. Heck, TJ Perkins versus Christian York almost did better. Kyle O'Reilly versus Johnny Gargano almost did better. Almost every match on the card did better than the match that was the main event. Basically what I'm saying is my plans that were in place for ROH have blown up in my face and are not working out to the way I expected them to, because of the fact that the people that I'm putting in the position that they're in aren't ready to be in that position just yet. And it's called building the talent up. Because if you have seen even one episode of this Let's Play series, you know that in reality, these four people, Jay Briscoe, Mike Bennett and Matt Taven, and Jay Lethal, have all taken a back seat. And then you throw in Adam Cole, Chris Daniels, Mark Briscoe, Roderick Strong, BJ Whitmer, Homicide, the list Frankie Kazarian. The list goes on and on and on of talent that have been misused and ignored in this season. Why? Simple. Because I was more focused on who I could bring in, like a Rob Echoes, like a Johnny Gargano, those guys like that, and who I could bring in and how I could use those guys, and not focusing on how I can use the people who are here. Ring of Honor has always been known for developing their own talent. Like Roderick Strong, like the Briscoes, like Adam Cole, like Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. The list, that list is never ending too, because of how ECW-esque ROH is, in the way that talent can easily be taken away from them, like a Daniel Bryan, a CM Punk, Samoa Joe, Homicide, AJ Styles. So many talent have been taken away over the years, but some of them have also found their way back. And the fact is, they've always focused on those talent. They focused on the talent that have stayed. They focus on the talent that they've developed. They've always developed from within. Like I mentioned earlier in the video. but I tried to make it where they could develop from the outside by getting talent like Welsh, like Jamin Olivencia, like Rob Echoes, like those guys. But that's not Ring of Honor. That's not ROH. That's WWE. That's TNA. Ring of Honor is not like them. Ring of Honor has never been like them. I was wrong. I screwed up. And this is not my way of telling you that this video series is over. This is my way of telling you that I need some time. That I need some time. And this is also why I kept to sidetrack a second. This is also why I switched off and got a new microphone, because I can't really tell you where the speaker or the mic on this headset should be to maximize the volume for me talking. I don't know if it should be closer, further away, right, left, up, down. I don't know. But that's beside the point. The point is, I need time. I need time to figure out figure out where I want to go with this, what I want to do, what long-term plan I might want to have with this Let's Play, to get a better idea of what the point is with this Let's Play. And yes, that could mean that the next video you see from this Let's Play is that this Let's Play is discontinued. Or I could give you an announcement in the near future that this Let's Play is discontinued. Will that happen? I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I need to take the time and figure out where I want to go, who I want to keep, who I want to get rid of, who I want to bring in, what I want to do. I also want to hear from you. If you have any feedback or opinion on what you want to see in this series to make this series a little bit more viewer-friendly, let me know. Let me know in the comment section below who you want to see me bring in. What do you want to see me do? Any ideas you have for current talent like Roderick Strong or an Adam Cole or a Jay Briscoe or whoever, let me know. Because right now, I guess you could say Ring of Honor is about to be reset, restructured, and reshuffled. Things are about to be different here in ROH. And I guess you could say move back to how they used to be before I took over. Because I screwed up the company. I made mistakes. I changed how the company is, and I shouldn't have changed it because they didn't need to be changed. The company was good. Yes, some people might say, critics of Ring of Honor might say that they should have changed. They should become more, mainstream. They should become more, a little bit more like WWE and a little bit less like Ring of Honor. But Ring of Honor is trying to prove that they can be a mainstream wrestling company that focuses on wrestling and not so much the segment aspect of the show that WWE focuses on. I'm going to try and get back to that. I'm going to try and make Ring of Honor again. All I need is time. This is just my way of saying this Let's Play series is going to go on a break. And when it comes back, it's going to be just like it should be and not like it's been. I'm going to take the time, I'm going to take a couple months and bring Ring of Honor back to where it's supposed to be, not where I have it now. When I come back, it's gonna be a new Ring of Honor. It's gonna be a new Ring of Honor, and hopefully a better Ring of Honor than it is right now. And when I come back, when this series comes back, this 45 is gonna be a distant memory. This 45 is going to be a distant memory. And this 60, or this 59, or... well, that 46 should have been a wake-up call, too. Or... wow, the ratings haven't really been that good. Huh. I guess, mid-50s has been the range of where I've been. Well, I should have realized that I should have changed things a while ago, and it just took me a little bit longer to realize it. But things are about to change. We're gonna go on. This series is gonna go on a break, and we're gonna come back bigger and better than ever. So I thank you for the support thus far in this series, and I hope when we come back in a couple months, in-game time, not, well, possibly in real life too, but in-game time is what I'm talking about, that we're going on a break for a couple months in-game, where you're not going to see anything happen for most of the summer, let's put it that way. You're not going to see anything happen for most of the summer. But then when we come back, in probably the later part of the summer, possibly around Driven, or closer to Glory by Honor in September, you'll have a better idea. You'll know what's going on in Ring of Honor in this series. And I'll know the long-term plan for this series. So until then, thank you for supporting this series, and I hope when we come back, bigger and better than ever, after this break, you continue to support it, and maybe even you support it even more. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, or subscribe to the channel for more content just like this that you can only find right here at Wrestling Express. Till next time. Later.